What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got a brand new video for y'all, and today I will be doing something that I'm pretty good at doing for the most part on this channel, which is another prediction. So, I'm assuming that you guys all know that Kamala Harris and Trump will be facing off in a debate on the 10th. So Tuesday, the 10th of September. It'll be broadcast on ABC News. And I have this article here by The Guardian. I just want to go over it really quick. It's sort of like a preview, but I do think this is sort of overkill. Prosecutor versus felon. I think that is the stupidest argument you can make if you're the Democrats. And clearly, this article is leaning towards the Democrat side. I think that's a really dumb argument. I don't know why they're saying prosecutor versus felon, because the reality is, Kamala Harris is not a great prosecutor when she was one, and she's definitely not one anymore. So that's not a great argument. I just want to point that out. But what we will do is I'll be going over this article and then I'll be making my official prediction of who I believe will win this debate and what the impact of this debate will be on the election. So I just want to point out that this may be the only debate between the two, so it'll be a pretty important one. Make sure to tune in on the 10th. I will be doing another sort of preview just before the debate, but this is my actual official prediction of who I believe will win. So, it says here it will be studying contrast around age, gender, race, temperament, and policy. So yeah, obviously we know that Trump tends to attack a lot, but he's pretty good at that, and that's why he wins most of the debates that he's been in, pretty much all of them actually. And then we got Kamala Harris, who isn't really great at debating, by the way. I just want to point that out. She didn't really do good in 2020, and she was decent in the vice presidential one against Pence, but then again, you're comparing her to Pence, who has zero charisma and who has not really the best debating abilities. So, I mean, this is a pretty crazy stat. I didn't know this actually. This debate comes only 75 days after the Joe Biden versus Trump debate. Do you guys remember that one? That was only 75 days ago. It feels much longer. It's crazy. Now we're at one where we have not two complete, but one completely different candidate and a complete different race, man. This is going to be a pretty big debate. So it's the first time Donald Trump is actually going to be cross-examined for the American people, said Tara Setmeyer, former Republican communications director on Capitol Hill. So that's a ridiculous statement. I don't really think that's just so stupid. I don't know why they keep making it seem like this is a court case. It's not. It's not a trial. Like Kamala Harris is not good at cross-examining. I've seen clips of her when she was a prosecutor. She's not that good. And to say that he's going to be cross-examined is the most ridiculous thing ever. I mean, she's really not going to be good at that. This will be Trump's seventh appearance in national general election debate. That's kind of crazy, actually. That's crazy. So he's the most experienced debater in U.S. presidential history. He's done the most debates in history. So he's got a lot of experience. This is our first one on the actual general election stage. So that's going to be pretty interesting. And the 59-year-old has not been shy about embracing her career in law enforcement so far in the campaign. We already know that. I mean, we kind of know that they're going with this whole cop versus felon thing, which is kind of ridiculous, but hey, man, whatever floats their boat. She's also been touting a record taking on predators and fraudsters, telling crowds across the country, I know Donald Trump's type. Again, this is kind of a weak argument. I don't know if that, like, if you would really want to hit him and get him, you should focus on policy, not on these stupid attacks which make no sense. I mean, the DOJ has been weaponized. I think we can agree on that. And Trump, the cases that are against him. I mean, you look at the cases, you look at the actual filings, and it's like, okay, well, I don't know about this. I don't know if this is really a good case. But anyways, keep in mind the mics will be muted in this debate. What I think Trump needs to do, I will be pointing out what both of them need to do to win. What I think I would do if I was Trump was be yourself. Be yourself. Attacker, be aggressive, be your Trump self. Don't put on this facade that you're like this nice guy who's going to hold back and, let the other person talk when they're saying something that's completely false. Be Trump. That's how he's going to win. That's how he's going to win. And then Harris, I would say just focus on policy. Focus on policy and on his, I hate to say it, I mean, this is the only way that Democrats are really going to get riled up, but focus on his criminal record as well. Focus on policy and focus on criminal record. Those are the two ways you do it. And Harris needs to make sure, if I was Harris, she needs to make sure she doesn't get pushed around by Trump because he's going to try to dominate her in this debate. So those are what the two criteria for success, I would say, for the both both the candidates. Now, with that being said, my official prediction is that Donald Trump will win this debate, and I think he will win by a lot. I think Trump has proven why he's a good debater. I think he's going to show again why he is a good debater. And I just don't see how Harris is going to win in her first ever presidential debate. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. It's going to be pretty interesting. I'll be making another preview video. And I really appreciate the support, guys. I'm at 73 subs now. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but we're trying to get to 100. So any sub will help out a lot. And yeah, I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one.